All right, and we're live. Woo! Okay, let me hit that start recording button so that I have a local copy just in case. And I'm just gonna go ahead really quickly and retweet on Twitter. Whoops, click the wrong button there. I gotta stop doing that. Quote tweet saying, and we're live. And cool, so that's tweeted. Now people know more about this. And hey, maybe this will be the one time or the first time we get someone actually watching live at the same time. Um, Maybe other people actually watch live in other times. I can't tell. I'm not. I should probably pull up like a web portal or something. I have a chat widget. No one's sent me a message. So yeah, feel free to send me a chat message if you're watching. Yeah. Woo. All right. So let's get back into it. It's the Sunday of a 3-day weekend, so I'm not feeling like doing a lot. So we're gonna we're gonna do something just to make sure that we stay in like a schedule. It's like working out, right? Like as long as you do it on a regular schedule, you're good. So that's what I'm thinking about for this. So we're gonna be pretty simple today as far as what we're doing. So let's review. This is what we did last week. Essentially, we got some more unit tests fleshed out with the API. That's pretty much it. The goals for this week: keep working on the API. So that's the goal for this week. I'm gonna go ahead and look at basically these to-do statements. So last week, this is what we did. Actually, we passed in some triggers, some stuff for triggering when our provider should run again. And then we also passed in some auth variables, so that way, if someone wants to like pass in those variables, maybe they're loaded from something else at runtime. Whatever's easier for them, right? You got to care about that developer experience. So that's what we got last time. All right. This week, essentially, we have two things. We want to add properties to the result, essentially, of what's been created, and I still want to fix some unit tests. So we'll probably do that. We're going to start with this one first. We're just going to add some commands to this thing right here. So that way afterwards, if we want to say, hey, what are the, what's the value essentially that ran afterwards, right? Right now we have command, and that's it. So let's essentially just do that. Add those properties. Let's keep things pretty simple. Let's see. Let me minimize a bunch of code. Let's see. Trying to look for inspiration. Honestly, I'm not sure what commands we will want, but we're probably going to want a bunch of things off of this command object. Because again, our thing is wrapping the command object, which is essentially wrapping Cloudflare Wrangler. So we're doing that. All right, so let's see. So we have the command. Let me cut and paste this up here. So we'll have our properties and our private methods down here. Let's see, what else? Environment variables? Yeah, we probably want to store those. Let's see, and actually, let's grab a lot of these off of the command object that was created, since we're essentially going to be a wrapper. So let's say environment equals command dot apply. Oops. Environment. Does it not have environment variables? Oh no. Whoops. This is going to be command string. All right, there we go. Command resource. Let's make that a little bit easier. All right, so command resource dot environment. Hey, cool. Perfect. And let's have. All right, perfect. So now we'll have that generated. Cool. All right. Let's go to this. Like, what are our options? Okay. Let's see. So we probably care about a lot of these things. Let's see. Directory. Environment. So I'm looking at this. So we're committing. Yeah. What does our string look like, right? Because we're passing in the upload directory. Do we? Something I didn't think about. It's really common with something like this where running a command line utility to specify the working directory, that's probably something we want to add as an input, which means that would be, so it would be another command input, and it would be another output variable. And from what I can tell, it looks like, directory, right? The working directory. This is it. Directory from which everything will run from. Yeah, let's do it. Just copy paste that. Oh, hey, there's output. Output attributes. Oh, well, let's go ahead and add output attributes. Oh, great. All right, so let's do a couple of these. So, let's see. Create. Not liking that one. I'll just call this command. I like that more. All right, command. We'll call this one environment. We should add proper documentation to these things. Command that is run when that's to create. Trying to think of a good way to specify this. Command to update empty. All right. Oh wait, the environment variables please out and error are set. From previous create. Oh, Actually, that's interesting. So I didn't think about this, about actually getting the output. I was just gonna grab from here, but this is loading. Nah. I'm not. I don't want to go that way. I like the idea of just redirecting standard input, error, output, etc. Speaking of, while we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and copy paste these. So we'll do that. But first, let me finish the thing that I already started. So sorry about that. So this is the let's document command. Whoops, document command. The command that is run when creating or updating the resource, the static files to the Cloudflare pages project. Perfect. All right. Environment. Yeah, that's probably right. All right, directory. The directory from which to run the command from. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. Let's see. This can be null. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So let's do a couple things. Let's do these in order. So command is set. Environment is set. Directory is going to be set. So dir is equal to command. Oops. Command resource dot dir. But also, we probably want the that directory to be an input. So, oops. Public string dir. We're actually going to call this working directory. Thinking about this, yeah, that's probably it. I should one-line this like everything else. Not sure why I decided to separate that. And then input will be working directory. Alright, cool. So let's do this. Dir is going to be equal to args dot working directory. Cool. What? Oh, I see. Yeah. Dir is equal to all right, so dir is equal to dir. Okay, so what just happened there, Again, this is one of those kind of weird Pulumi things, right? It's specific to how this works, and that has to do with when, what the order is of when things actually run, because it's not run, line by line like a normal program. And so, let's see. So dir, the thing that we're wrapping, input could be null, not our thing. So actually, now that I think about it, I did that wrong. So that one's on me. This shouldn't be a string. It should be an input string. There we go. That's what it should be. So that one was on me. And then this actually just becomes that. So, okay, that's it. Whew. All right. It's way too easy to forget those things. All right, cool. So we have that. Going back to this stuff. So let's see. So dir is, there we go. We got dir. Awesome. So we got the working directory. We should set the standard standard inputs and all of that stuff. So let's clean this up a little bit. Cool. So standard error equals this. Standard in equals this. Standard out is equal to that. All right. Cool. All right. So we're good there. Let's see, what other variables might we actually care about? So the archive, nope, asset, path. We don't care about any of that stuff. The assets. We already have the create, delete, update, so we're good there. Ooh, do we need delete? No, we don't need delete because this is just uploading files. Delete would empty it. Like, no, we're good there. To delete, you just upload an empty directory. That's it. All right, environment, we're good there. Environment variables. Interpreter. What is interpreter? Oh, the program and arguments to run the command. This is probably fine. Can't imagine us caring that much. I mean, we're just running Wrangler. I think we're good. Yeah, I don't think we need to do much here. So, all right. Okay. Cool. So I think we're good. That's it. Yeah. All right. Trying to think of anything else we might want to add. Let's see. We have our trigger. Well, the triggers are to this. Do we want to keep track of the files that were uploaded as outputs? Because that could be a lot. I'm trying to think. Like, would we want another one here? That would be all of the files in, our upload directory. Oh, whoops. Oh, God. Whoops. That was wrong. Nope. That was wrong. Working directory. That could have been bad. All right. That is something that we need probably to unit test, I guess. Nah, that's fine. It's just the value. Anyway, back to the question that I had posed. Do we want an output variable to know the list of files that have been uploaded? I'm trying to think of a scenario where you would care. I mean, as a developer, it's all of the files in this folder. So the folder. So if you want the list of files, you can do that yourself. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think we need to worry about that. Okay, so all of these, we have our let's see, attributes for everything. Output. They're all set specifically. I don't like the name of this. I'm just going to call it this. All right, we're good with that. Okay. To be honest, I'm a little unsure that this does what I think it does. Reason being is that we're not making like a real provider. I keep calling this a provider. I should probably use the correct word, because we're making a wrapper around this command provider, right? This is the provider command. And so, oops, I hit the wrong button. Don't want to build, don't want to run. So this is our provider. I mean, it's a custom resource. Is that? Is it? Wait, oh wait, this is our custom resource. The resource uses a provider. Okay. Oh, can I wonder. Okay, this is probably something I can do later, and this is like, again, I'm learning all this stuff as I go with creating our own custom things. But the provider, my understanding is, provider is the thing that actually does the work. So it'll call APIs, or in our case, this will run the command. Instead, we're interacting with the resource. So when we go to, let's say, the constructor right here, and that calls this thing right here. Resource args. These resource args over here. This has the provider, right? Because that's, where are the options? Where does this go? Because one of the properties is your provider, right? So let's see. Make resource options right here. Is this what I'm thinking, or am I making something up? No, this is a different thing. It's no, this is it. Because if I wanted to say, provider, here we go. And here I would say, what equals new. Oh God, is it Pulumi.command.provide? Yeah, there we go. The command provider. So this is the actual thing. My understanding, again, I'm guessing on some stuff. Is this the thing that actually does the work of running the command? Because if so, instead of making our command resource like a wrapper, we should pass in this. All right, that's something I'm going to experiment with. But like I said, that's not a today thing. I think we're good for now. Let's see. You know what? Let's add that as a to-do. With using the command provider, but not the command resource. Use our own resource. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, that might be better. Honestly, I've been debating whether I want to keep doing this anyway, this wrapper concept, because when we run Pulumi up, even though with our code we're going to use this upload static files command, instead we get a command object, and part of that is because the name is this thing, right? So that's the name of the type of resource, right? Is that what it's called? The type of resource? What's the type? That's the name of the type. So I guess really what I should just do is just make our own resource, and then we'll overwrite the type of type that's created. That's probably all we need to do. But I'm gonna experiment with that, and I don't feel like doing that today. So for now, it looks like we're done with this part. So woohoo! We've added properties, added more, or added some output properties to this class. Cool. Commit that and push it. All right, now it's on GitHub. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, we've got some time. I'm feeling it. Let's do it. I want to fix these unit tests. So I did a little bit of snooping around the internet the other day, and I came across this right here. So I skimmed it. I didn't work with it. I didn't learn anything from it. So we can do this here. But looks like this was a discussion started in GitHub about how to use the iService provider. So in case you haven't seen before, let's do a quick recap of what the problem is. So we have a handful of unit tests for our provider, right? For our resource. That's probably the correct word, resource. So we have a handful of unit tests for our resource. And when we create them, we essentially copy pasted some code right here from Pulumi. So this is the thing that will run our stack. So we have a handful of stacks over here that are essentially hard-coded, to make it easy to test, all that stuff, right? We're setting some properties, and then we're just going to verify the outputs of what things should be. So this thing right here, this testing.runAsync, we go to that code right here. This is code that we copy pasted from the internet, made a couple of changes because they were using some different frameworks. I'm using nsubstitute. They used mock, MOQ, but either way, that's all that mattered. So the problem is I want to pass in different values sometimes, right? So the example that I have is this test right here, where the value is going to be the same, but we're going to pass in a different value for the branch. And so the hacky solution that I came up with was to create this fake value over here, this static singleton class, and just set some values and hit reset. I don't like it. It's very hacky, and I'm honestly not 100% sure it works the way I think it does, because and unit tests are all run in parallel, so I think it might be overwriting its values, unless I added an attribute that says to run them all one at a time, which I don't want to, right? Because that's its own hack that I want to avoid. So that's the issue. And so over here, maybe something like iService Provider, the thing in .NET or the thing in C# that will let you essentially use a IOC container and version of control. So, like I said, came across this. So I'm wondering if this has the solution. Okay, let's see. Ooh, let's view the full answer. Oh, that's a lot. All right. Hey, first of all, point out is possible with or without that. Okay, so that's awesome. I like that concept. Again, not sure if he's talking about tests. Oh, you know what? Let me scroll up. It seems to look confused by Pulumi deployment class. Which is possibly using stack because program uses stack constructor as an entry point. Okay. All right, got it. So this person, from what I can tell, is looking to use this. They're looking for this from the perspective of just running Pulumi by itself, so not from the perspective of unit tests. And here, let me go to this answer. All right. You don't need this. Blah 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 blah. Yep, etc. Well, you don't need it when running a program, but for tests, maybe we'll see. All right, let's look at this example of code. The real implementation looks like this. Info. Okay. All right. I might have jumped ahead of myself. I probably should have jumped. Oh, hey, here we go. Unit test stuff. All right, there we go. So let's mock setup. Info.deploy. Oh wait, can I just pass that in as an input? Have I been wrong? Am I? Okay. This is the dictionary string. All right. I may have jumped the gun on that. I don't know if this works the way I think it works because that is saying deployment dot. What is it? Run invoke async dot. Looking back at the answer. It was deployment dot. Okay. Oh no, deployment dot test async will take in some mocks. Sorry, bringing this back over. So deployment dot test async brings in some mocks, and then okay, so we set up those mocks. Got it. But in this case, it's calling info.deploy cats bucket, which is this person's code, right? The code that we would have written essentially. So is that? Am I missing something? Can I have passed in a mock over here? Deployment.testAsync. Oh wait. No wait. Nope. Never mind. Not what I thought. No, I guess not. This isn't what I Ah, darn. All right. I was hopeful. I should actually read this stuff a little bit more, I guess, before assuming that it'll probably solve our issue. Alrighty. Well, this still bothers me. I'm sure there's a way around this. I just don't know how to deal with that. Ugh. IMOX. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just bothering me. Like, there's got to be some way to pass that in for the, looking for the one that we were using earlier. Oh, here we are. Yeah, it was this one. This is the branch that we want to go ahead and set. So, okay. Fiddlesticks. Oh, well. Yeah, T. Yeah, T. Empty constructor. Yeah. How many test asyncs are there? So there's this test async. Oh, I can do that here. Oh, nope. All right. You know, sometimes it shows me. All right, so we got this test async. This test async, which test options, create resources. What's this create resources thing? The function that creates resources and returns outputs. Oh, wait a minute. Can I use this instead of having to hard code stuff that I was using? Okay. Well, maybe that's what I want. Huh, okay, this might be what I want. Let's try that. Alright, I'm gonna move this to a different monitor so I keep that up. And I'm gonna move this stuff out. Let's copy paste it. Let's run it. Well, let's run it here, basically. So instead of, let's see, this var resources equals deployment.testasync this thing right here. Oh, nope, not that. Because we're gonna do the action of this thing where we copy paste. Where's the one where we set the branch? Here we go. All right. So I think this is probably it. Now, what's wrong with? Oh, wait. Oh God. All right. Yeah, that looks really simple. Oh, great. All right. Yeah, it's been bothering me for weeks, and I just had to actually try working a little bit more based off of this. It's probably one of those scenarios where if you read the documentation, you'll get really far, which is a superpower I have not attained yet. But okay, cool. I like this. We're gonna go ahead and use this. Let's make some changes for this. So first of all, we're gonna go ahead and set that up. So whoops. So private read only that private read only IMOX, and we'll call this Pulumi Mox. Oh, private. And then let's cut and paste this code over here. That goes into the constructor. We'll say this. Cool. So that is set up. Paste that there, and perfect. So now we have all of this in here. Oh, and then separately, branch is set up there. So where's that testing values? This is, nope. No, that was it. Yeah. Delete this, and I guess we'll delete this too. So let me delete that whole folder. We don't need to worry about any of that code. And cool. So now we start replacing a bunch of code. So let's fix up these unit tests. So instead of this, we will run happy stack. So let me cut and paste that code. That's this code right here. Perfect. That all compiles and looks good. Let's do this next one. This was the no branch stack. So no branch. Where it's just not set. And actually, let me go ahead and replace that one. So, instance with branch not set. I think that's more descriptive because we're not setting the branch variable. You know what? Branch equals this is testing the not being set. Cool. I like to add that comment every so often just to know, so that way when I come back to this in however many months or days, I know what's being tested. Why is this test different from the other ones? You know, the title helps, but it's not perfect. Okay, cool. So we got that one. 2 left. All right, happy path with auth stack. Cool. So let's do that happy path with auth. Perfect. And copy this one. We'll paste it into the last one. Which one was that? That is the upload path does not exist. Ooh, okay. So await. This. It's gonna have to be this. And here we go. All right, cool. So, we're good there. What's going on here? Possible no reference argument for parameter expected in void. What? I don't know what's going on. We'll come back to this. Let me just get this all compiling and everything. Let's remove this utilities. Oh, well, we don't even need this stacks anymore because that's all gone. Okay, so build succeeded. All of our unit tests are passing. Thank you, NCrunch. All right, let's get back to this. So should contain... possible no reference argument for parameter expected. Oh, yeah, because full name could be null. That's fine. I'm going to get rid of that warning, though. Like, it should be there. Yep, we're expecting it. All right, cool. Awesome. This is way better. I like this. I think this is just nicer. All of the code is part of the test. It's not separated into 3 different files. Oh, so much nicer. Okay, cool. So I like that. That is a nice holiday weekend gift. Thank you, world. And I guess, in a sense, myself for finally spending the time to really look at this and understand it. So, all right, cool. Hey, awesome. You know what? We have done 2 things today. I like it. Let me just go ahead and commit this. So, fixed unit tests to run everything locally and not need separate class stacks. That's not that descriptive, but I think if you look at the code, you'll understand what it means. All right, cool, awesome. Hey, you know what? We're good. We have implemented 2 things. They're great. I think next week we'll probably experiment with the provider some more. I think that'll be good. And then, sorry, I keep saying provider. Resource. We'll experiment with the resource using the command provider to make the same thing. I think that might be what we want, and then we can really hide our stuff behind it, because I mean that's essentially what we're doing. So awesome, cool. All right, thank you everyone for watching this one. It's a little short, but hey, you know what? I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, go ahead, like this channel on YouTube. I guess whatever it is you do to like things. Follow on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at ProgrammerAl. You can find me online at ProgrammerAl at wherever it is I've taken that name so far. But